How do we rebuild our infrastructure with materials that will last longer and also leave a smaller carbon footprint? Just as renewable sources of energy are more desirable than fossil fuels, fiber-reinforced polymer, or FRP composites, have less impact on the environment than steel or concrete. Used with traditional materials, FRP composites are proven to prolong the life of infrastructure. Catastrophic bridge failures and failed report cards have drawn the public's attention to the deteriorated condition of our infrastructure. Let's do it right this time. You're already familiar with FRP composites if you've ever sailed in a fiberglass boat, bathed in a one-piece tub or shower, ridden a carbon fiber framed mountain bike, or seen a Corvette drive by. In fact, we're surrounded by examples where composites' high strength, lightweight, and above all resistance to corrosion have earned them a place in our daily lives. Not as many people are aware that these same durable composite materials have been incorporated into vehicular and pedestrian bridges in North America, Europe, and Asia over the last 25 years. Some representative installations include the Aberfeldy Scotland Pedestrian Bridge, replacement composite vehicular bridge decks placed on existing girders in Ohio, concrete bridge decks reinforced with composite reinforcing bars in the U.S. and Canada, and deteriorated bridge columns being rehabilitated to stronger than new condition with carbon fiber wraps on I-81 in Syracuse. You may have driven on an FRP composite containing structure without realizing it, because when they are finished, they look the same as traditional materials. It's pretty clear that we can make and rehabilitate bridges and other highway structures with FRP composites. But why should we? And how does this particular technology support the goal of creating a safe highway infrastructure that lasts longer, has a smaller carbon footprint, requires less maintenance, and above all, keeps the traffic moving? For an answer to these questions, we need to acknowledge the impact of the 1998 Transportation Equity Act of the 21st century, commonly known as T21. Between 1998 and 2003, the Federal Highway Administration administered the Innovative Bridge Research and Construction Program embedded in this bill. In short, the concept was to fund state DOTs to explore innovative materials technologies so that we won't be guilty of trying to fix our broken infrastructure with the same technology that failed in the first place. With guidance from the FHA, state DOT engineers chose to sponsor a large number of projects that featured FRP composite technology because of its many benefits compared to traditional materials. In all, 124 composite projects were funded to a tune of $87 million. This program created a large experience base in the U.S. for composite highway structures. Perhaps the best way to understand why FRP composite technology works is to see what we have learned from actual installations. Highway engineers agree that the corrosion of metal is the #1 cause of our deteriorated infrastructure. Ironically, the measures we commonly use to ensure public safety during snow and ice storms accelerate the corrosion of steel structures and reinforcements in concrete. The same outcome occurs in coastal regions where structures are routinely subjected to salt spray. Peter Emmons, founder of the Structural Group, which includes Structural Preservation Systems, the nation's largest specialty concrete repair contracting company, believes that FRP composites are uniquely suited to corrosive environments.
The materials that make up FRP, the fiber and the resin, are very stable materials and are not subject to corrosion. One of the biggest problems in reinforced concrete structures is corrosion. We see it in parking garages, bridges, where the salts have attacked the reinforcing steel and the steel corrodes and oxidizes and spalls the concrete. FRP materials are resistant to that type of attack. So many times we're called upon to repair and upgrade a structure and extend the life of that structure so it doesn't have to be replaced.
The prestigious ISIS network of Canadian universities has long conducted research on the behavior of FRP composites in concrete. This ISIS publication reported that there was no measurable deterioration of GFRP bars in core samples removed from Canadian bridges. This landmark 2005 study played a key role in the decision to allow the use of FRP composite rebars in the Canadian Highway Bridge Design Code. Structures reinforced with FRP composites are tough. FRP composites are particularly effective in providing blast and ballistic protection. In our post-9/11 world, it's become necessary to provide protection for our vulnerable infrastructure against terrorist acts. FRP technology has been providing ballistic protection to our warfighters in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as in homeland security applications. While the details of most of these installations must remain classified, the concept of the modular ballistic protection system is illustrative of the capabilities that can be engineered into FRP composites. We hope you now have a better understanding of why we believe these strong, more durable, and environmentally friendly materials are an essential part of the 21st century engineer's toolkit. FRP composite technology surrounds us today in everything from Boeings to bathtubs. It's time our nation made better use of FRP composites technology and its power to build a more sustainable infrastructure. For Peter Emmons, adopting FRP composite technology has transformed his concrete repair business.
My perspective of FRPs really goes back to the beginning of my career. I've been in this business for about 35 years, and I started this business of repairing structures with traditional materials, and that's what I knew. And when I learned about FRP materials, it was such a wonderful opportunity to see a material that could perform in such better ways than traditional materials, and allowed us to do things that we could never have done before in the past. Today, it is common practice for engineers and owners and contractors to use these materials because they are durable and there's nothing there to deteriorate, oxidize, or corrode.
If you would like more information on how FRP composites can help our nation build a more sustainable infrastructure, please call John Bucell at the American Composites Manufacturers Association or visit us online.